Could you create a full-grown game without coding at all? Well, let's do this. Finally, after a long and dangerous journey, our heroes have reached a new and unknown continent. It seems inhabited, but maybe these folks know more about the one-eyed god and his whereabouts. As the heroes move further away from the coast and through some woodland, they discover a hidden place. It is a shop run by a dwarven merchant, allowing them to gear up for the upcoming dangers. Close to the shop, the heroes discover the entrance to a cave. What may be found in the deep? It is an ancient tomb where once the knights from an order of armed poets were laid to rest. Seeking for treasure, the heroes move on. But soon they were held up by a stone golem. To defeat the creature, they must master the art of poetry, proving their worth by creating a certain type of poem after a strict plan. After a while, the answer is revealed, and the successful heroes can claim their loot. Now, the creature is defeated, and the heroes can continue their quest, moving on through the caverns and discovering new dangers, new creatures, and new treasures. Once they have mastered the cave, they can move on to discover more countries here on this continent like this, and to find new hidden places, new dangers on their quest for the one-eyed god. So, what you just saw was a first quick glance at a new project of mine. I'm following here an idea that Scott Hebert developed a while ago. I'll put the link to his video down in the descriptions, and where he created an interactive D&D gaming battle board using PowerPoint. And I'm struggling with the problem that I don't have a space to put up a proper battle board. I created one a while ago in the last term, but it's always a problem to leave it where it is. I always have to set it up and put everything down again, which costs too much time. But I have a class where I have an interactive whiteboard in the room. So I thought, could I create a battle board with PowerPoint? So I could always have it here in my class, and I could put new stuff on it quite easily, and give the students the full gamified experience I want them to have. And for example, while at things like the danger cards I recently learned about by Michael Matera, putting the link down, or something like that. So I took one of the great maps of 2-minute tabletops. Guess what? You'll find a link down there. And yeah, I just played around with the ideas Scott Hebert developed in his video, and what you just saw is what I came up with. Let's take a little deeper look at how the structure of this game is actually. So the basic structure of an adventure is always the same. The students can discover these areas by unlocking them, like click on them and the shapes covering them just go away. And then they discover these question marks here, and they can decide which question mark they want to attack next. So if they click on one of those, they can see which creature they are encountering so far. By clicking on the creature, I get the tasks the students have to do in order to defeat the creature. As soon as they defeated the creature, I can click here. And here we have a set of danger cards, a concept which was introduced by Michael Matera. And the team that was the first one to turn in a right answer gets to choose one of these danger cards. So maybe card 3, and it reads, all lose 200 quest points if they chose to play along. The complete concept will be linked down in the descriptions. So I can now enter the points here. I would see here on the left side the names of the teams, and here on the right I could enter the quest points and return to the danger cards, return to the creature, and then by clicking on the X I would say this encounter is finished. Now in this case, when I click here, boom, the students run into a trap. Yeah, they are now trapped, and here they get a new task they have to complete to get out of this trap. So by clicking on these buttons, they can solve this riddle, and if they put in the right combination, then they move on, they are released from the trap, they get more quest points, and then return to the dungeon, where now this question mark disappears and the quest can continue. And by clicking here, they then return to the main map, where, for example, they can discover the shop and go shopping, or they can go and discover more lands and even more lands with new places and new caverns and new dangers, and so on and so forth. So that's where I'm standing right now, and I plan to do more videos on this game as I go and add more features. What I discovered so far is that adding so many graphics and features into PowerPoint drives it to its very edge. So I think that when going further and allowing the students to discover new areas on the map, I will have to split the file actually and make several copies of the same file with different parts of the game included in different files to just not overload PowerPoint and the computer. So if you want to know how this is done and how you can create your own game, I strongly recommend that you start by watching the video of Scott Hebert, and in the near future I will look at certain details of my game and explain in detail how I created them and how you can replicate that and use that for your own game. So far, thank you for your time, and bye bye.